Ambassador Group is a executive recruiting firm with a specialty in construction, and we help construction companies hire middle to senior level management, and we do this in a very tight collaboration with the client.
So TJ reached out at the top of 2024, second quarter of 2025, we had a need.
When we first reached out to Ambassador Group, I was extremely skeptical, right? In my career, my experience with recruiters has been, annoying phone calls and emails that just drove me crazy. And then we jumped into a meeting. At the end of that meeting, I had already changed my mind. I was all in. And the reason I was all in is because I'm a very structured person, and through the presentation that they had provided during that initial meeting, I realized that this was a lot more than what I had ever thought it was.
So there's 5 stages in the process. There's discovery, there's find, there's filter, there's fit, and there's finish. So we want to support the hire for a year after, so that we know that we've done a good job helping these people build a quality relationship. The initial discovery process for this particular hire, it first starts to understand, what's the context of this hire? Because it's not just another superintendent hire. We don't do the same search twice. We don't do the same hire twice.
With the Ambassador Group, through the initial process, the thing that I appreciated the most is the process in getting that information pulled out of Crestwood. They brought in some teammates that worked with us closely to go through all of our requirements and dig deep into the psyche of what it means to be a Crestwood superintendent and what we're looking for.
When we go about seeking to find quality candidates on behalf of our clients, it's important that we cast a broad net, but we also want to take pains to respect the client's brand, to respect their wishes, their messaging, how they want us to approach the market.
We handcuffed those guys pretty heavily, in the spirit of really not fishing in our own backyard, not calling our competitors. We were really empathetic to that. They respected that process that we asked for and ultimately came up with several very, very viable candidates.
Obviously, when it comes to casting a wide net, when we're targeting potential candidates on behalf of a client, representing them to the market, we will then need to move into the process of filtering. And this is where a lot of that discovery work starts to pay off, is because we're able to sift through, we're able to pay attention to what is signal and what is noise. The deliverable from this is ultimately an introduction of the candidates that we are convinced are worth interviewing.